It's time! We're gonna open up the 57-pound box. Yeah, 57! We're finally gonna know if we have treasure or... What? I said garbage! This would be the 57 pounds of jewelry and craft jewelry. Description is costume jewelry, broken costume jewelry, and whatnots. Cannot wait to see what the heck a whatnot is. Do the drum roll. Ooh. This is so exciting. I cannot believe 57 pounds. This should be really fun. I can't wait to find out what a whatnot is. Oh, and there's Lena. Alright. Ah! Alright, I'm gonna go in here. After a couple of hours, here we go. This is what this turned out to be. 57 pounds. Alright, we're going to show you the good, the bad, and the ugly. We have three, brimming full craft boxes, and one with the, oh my, we wish they had never sent this. Yeah, this is some weird junk they managed to send us, and it's not worth crafting or doing anything else with. So all of that is going in the garbage. Let's get started with something pretty easy, complete pieces. All right, we ended up with 12 strands of 12 necklaces of shells. So that's kind of an interesting start. We ended up with 11 wooden necklaces. Everything from the wood beads and seeds to burned imaging to animals. I mean, we have ducks, we have the whole array of wildlife with the zebras and the giraffes, and I mean, this bead here is to die for. So we ended up with a few of those and some really big, chunky pieces. I really like the look of these particular ones right here. You know, this is kind of more of a fashion-y, and same thing with this one. Okay, and then we ended up with puka puka puka. We ended up with, you're gonna love this. Look, they keep coming, and here they are, and 2 bracelets. So we ended up with 8 of the puka necklaces and 2 of the matching bracelets. And then, whether you call them kukui or buckeyes, we ended up with 4 of those. I'm thinking we kind of have a luau graduation kind of party. I think we're going to put all of this together and sell this as a lot. We had quite an array of bracelets all over the board. Okay, let's start with, bangles, bangles. And then we had plastic, so fashion. I kind of dig in the beads on these. Look how funky, chunky, loving those. And then we have kind of more classic, these are a few, I think they're glass. Those are definitely seem plastic to me. Then we have some rhinestones. I'm kind of all over the place. These are glass. These little skulls, which aren't those adorable? They're stone. Then this to me seems a little stretched out. It's hematite. Okay. Then we ended up with this charm bracelet. It has the swallow and the rhinestones, the leaf, just kind of a mixed little bag here, just fashion. I'm not sure what this is. I think these might be rose quartz, and this is some sort of etched, carved something. I'm not sure what it is, but it's kind of cool. Okay, and this has the American flag. It has POW. It has like the little military star. It's kind of like lightweight, maybe like balsa wood sort of. I mean, it has that feel to it, so that is kind of interesting. Here again, these are from like the 90s. A couple of charms. You know, both my girls had a bunch of them. Very intricate brass, but really lightweight. This one's pretty lightweight, so I'm you know, definitely hollow here. This is very cool. You know me and beads, so we have some glass beads, different array of, and it's in this memory wire, which is kind of a little pain in the bee. And then this cute little charm here with the rose. Kind of doesn't really fit, but it's, you know, I think it's a nice little array here. Okay, this is also stretch. All little glass beads. Someone took the time and made all these little drops and everything. So that's kind of fun. It has a nice little movement to it. So we have that one. This is certainly one of my favorites. It has that older style with the beading. So you've got the faux pearls and the blue. I like this one. I like that one a lot. Okay, this looks like almost like someone made this in camp. But this is a stone here, maybe aventurine, maybe. But nice leather. I mean, but you can see by the stitching, you know, this wasn't, you know, anything very elaborate to do. So I think that was kind of cool. This is fashion, but even though they're nice, big, chunky faux rhinestones here, it has actually a little bit of weight to it. So, you know, that's not bad. These are glass. I love this color. You don't normally see something like in this color with that cat's eye effect. These are very tiny, almost seed bee, but a little bit bigger. Stretch also with the, I think I have it backwards, here we go, with the Tree of Life charm. So we have that. Okay, this is leather. It smells like leather, but to me, this is a great finding right here. This looks like faux, it almost looks like confetti lucite, but I think it's supposed to be like faux opal. But it has a great look to it. And I don't think this is actually all that new. So it has a, you know, nice look to it. I think that would do well. And then we have something new. This box, I'm telling you right now, was just weird as all get out. Okay, this one says Salsa Bracelet. It has some great, let's turn around this way, some wonderful glass beads. You know, I mean, it's just multi-strand. Kind of digging that one too. These are fashion. Looks like, well, I think they're on brass. And that looks like enameling. So we have the two sizes, obviously, the bigger cuff and the smaller one. Or bangles, rather. They're not cuffs. So that's kind of cool. You know, liking those. All right. This, yeah, if this is Coach, yeah, I'm 6 foot tall. It does say Coach here, established 1941. It has a little Coach here. It has the Coach and established 1941 on the button. But you know what? It feels, I mean, it has a heft to it, but the finish is coming off, and it just, you know what, I'm gonna, I don't know. If any of you gals or guys are into Coach, let me know. To me, I mean, you could see the copper look all over the place. It just doesn't look authentic to me. It just looks inexpensive. This bangle is fabulous. The rhinestones are all here. It has not really a fashion inside, you know, where they make the kind of the inside look. And I don't know. This is a really nice one. It's not marked, but I could speculate it's definitely somebody here. Great pair of bangles. These look very Western. They have great look to them. A decent weight, but not too heavy that I think, you know, you'd really want to just be yanking them off by the end of a work shift. So I like those. This one I wish were in better shape. It's, you know, acrylic. I nowhere near is this old enough to be actual lucite, but the interior has some condition issues, so you can kind of see it through the paint. You know, you can see that look through this side. So, not sure what we're gonna do with that one. This is marked Boston Leather 5492, and it's just plain, I guess, something maybe to stamp or burn, or, you know, for you to decorate the way. If this had been David Yurman, I would have just died. Look at this. This is one of the nicest pieces in the box. I think that has some great color. It doesn't look very, you know, used, so I think that was a great one. Then we had kind of a lesser looking, kind of more knockoffy looking one here, but it's still in decent shape. This one is Love is Patient, Love is Kind, Love Never Ends, except it's not exactly in the greatest of shape. It's not really oval anymore, so yeah, you know, we'll see what happens. Okay, and then we end up with a couple of these here. I don't know what to make of them. One feels like glass, a couple of these beads really don't. These certainly are plastic, but they still have a good look to them. The silver tone is still in really good shape. So I think somebody would do, you know, a little something with those. Okay, then we ended up with one Uno bead. It says 925. I was really hoping maybe Pandora, but when you test it, it certainly doesn't test as silver. Shocker, right? So, you know, there's that. Okay, and then we come into the absolute, really? They put this in the, okay, they give us this. These are a pair of matching bracelets, and they are marked, and I, for the life of me, I was like, these have to be marked. And they are. They're marked right here, right in the inside. They are both marked Gliz. You know what? It's going to be a long day, guys. They're marked Liz Claiborne Ink. And they have that great plated feel, nice silky, and they're both in really, really good shape. I have no idea. I mean, here you'll see some of the stuff they've put in this box, and it's absolute junk. And then they put in these two beautiful pieces. Not only did they put those in there, but somehow one single Alex and Annie, or Alex and Annie, depending on, you know, that debate, is in there. And this one is, it is what it is, and it's dated 2014. So, I don't know, was this kind of like a pity, we threw it in because this box is questionable? I don't know. Then we ended up with a couple of these. These are great fashion. This actually has a little weight to it. I would probably like to wear that. This looks very 90s to me, like Blanche from the Golden Girls. This screams 80s, like the binary. You know, I have a pair of earrings. They're somewhere. Don't ask me where. They're somewhere here in the red, if you remember one of those older videos. So this is kind of cool. I may hang on to that one too. Okay, let's talk about some whatnots, shall we? We're going to sprinkle those in because there's some interesting ones. We'll keep these for a moment. Ooh, who doesn't like a little satchel, a little, oh my gosh, a little baggie? How cool, how cool. And then, what is this? Okay. It's a really cheapy, these are really plasticky lid to something. Nada else. Nothing. So, well, okay, so there was that. And then used bead wire. Okay, so one of my crafty gals will be getting this in her box. And then we have something interesting. Army buttons. And most of these are marked, and they're really, they're kind of gross. I'm not real sure how to clean them either. So if you know how to clean these, leave a message down below for me. Is it Tarnex? I don't know what to clean these with. I have to look that up. But most of these are marked with Schofield Waterbury. I really need glasses. Well, Waterbury. So they're all, you know, very similar. There's a few tiny ones down here. And the most of them are the size. They do have different designs on them. So, I don't know. And they're all hooked together on this thing. So, I don't know. So that was at least an interesting whatnot. I don't know if they consider these whatnots, but I'm going to consider them jewelry. They're button covers, totally adorable. We have a few pairs. These silver ones, silver tone, they're heavier and they are dated 1992 on the back. We've got this copper colored pair. We have this single and it's larger, so maybe a center button, but it has all these little danglies, you know, the Indian's head and the bird and the dog. And then we have one little stagecoach, this cute fish. I mean, he's just kind of all by himself. The round one, and then this one, which I think is supposed to be like a bear. So this is kind of a cool little lot. We ended up with some really beautiful pins. This breast cancer awareness pin is by Avon, and the enameling is gorgeous. Obviously the blue line, and this one, this blue stone is absolutely gorgeous, and it says oncology and hope around the bezel. This one here, with the flowers and the little dangle heart, this is Kirk's Folly. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous pin. We have the little flags, all different representations, and the little tiny angel. I thought this was a really great group, especially these two right here. Fabulous. This is certainly what we would have expected from the middle of the Tangle of Shame. This is a great match to any of those pins. They had put the flag on, you know, the same similar construction on a really cute little gold tone chain. And this one has a beautiful crystal. It says believe, and it says live your life. And it has kind of one of the matted gold tone chains. And then this chain, this high polish, looks very reminiscent of like Monet. And this shell, this beautiful pink shell, is so smooth to the touch. I'm thinking you wouldn't have any issues wearing that at all. All right, these are the three that were right smack in the middle of everything. A few others of the really cute group. This, as soon as I saw it, reminded me of like a TARDIS. It says police box on it. How cute is that? It's on the same color chain. I have it underneath it to kind of prop it up a little bit. This cute little, I think he looks like a brook trout. And he is on this really unruly, awful cord. So I think he needs to go. Definitely find a new chain because, yeah, he's totally adorable. All right, this was such a pain in the behind. It is double strand, and it is on this muted gold tone, and this is White House Black Market. It's very nice looking rhinestones in here. And this is an unmarked, very nice looking silver tone rhinestone necklace, and it has these rhinestones running through each of these stations here. So I haven't seen this construction, and I thought that was really, really cool. All right, let's move on to something new. And by new, I meant just that. I'm thinking they're going to consider this part of the whatnots. We have, you know, you've seen these. If you have a Michaels anywhere near you, this one and this one are definitely Michaels brand that they carry. All of this says is pink stone. Well, all right, 10 millimeter pink stone. I don't know what they are, but it's stone. These are by Blue Moon, and these say acrylic connector beads. Aren't these just really neat? And this chain is by Bead Gallery, and it's still unopened. Doesn't really say too much. So we had these three, and then this group here. And, you know, you've got the, maybe for earrings, and then the pendant, which was nice. These three beads, which they have definitely some inlaid stone. Doesn't really say what it is, just red turquoise. Well, all right, so, well, those are kind of cool, right? Okay, this looks like it was chain that has part of it missing. Also by Blue Moon. There was this little kit for book jewelry, bookmarks to match your personality. So that was in there. And then this, I'm assuming the card, you know, would have been on the top. So those are some really nice silver tone beads. That's okay, we'll take that, right? And then I don't think these were actual beads with these ends here. I think something was on them, like maybe you know, that jewelry that has like ribbon and stuff on it. Ugh. I think these may have been hooked to that. I could be wrong. I mean, they could have been on a card this way, but why would both ends have it like that? I would think one end would be blank. You know, why waste, why spend the money on another one of these when they could have just tied it off? So anyway, we ended up with actually a pretty eclectic group for this box. Okay, these are shell and the cat's eye bead, and have a great little chain at the very top, and it's double strand at the bottom, single at top. Has a nice little sound. These are all glass beads. Really loving that. I think those two actually go nicely together. Okay, I am not, yeah, this allegedly is, guess, you know, it could be. The quality just doesn't seem all that strong to me, but you know, it was in the box too. One of my favorite things in this box. This is much older. It is marked West Germany. This subtle pink is just, it is just to die for, with the old time clasp. I mean, it is certainly a lightweight clasp, and there it's marked West Germany, and it is just, I love this thing. So we all know where that's probably gonna end up. All right, gang, I don't know what this is. So down here, it looks like a necklace. And it has this choker style top, but this is throwing me off. I mean, is this really for a necklace, or is this to wear in your hair? So let me know if you know exactly how this goes, because I'm not exactly sure. I'd appreciate it. All right, in the box were 3 still wrapped Pepsi logo, like kind of like bottle cap looking pendants with silver chains, and all 3 have the same design. So we had those, so that was kind of interesting to find, right? Okay. This was Lady Remington. This is absolutely beautiful, with the blue stones and the silver tone necklace. That is a really, really nice piece. Okay, I don't even want to pick this one up. I've had problems with it. It's a whole lot of craziness going on down on the bottom. There are all of these chains that kind of whip around this way, and they all come down to this nice big pendant. This is Charming Charlie, and it has these 2 little half moons here, and then the single up here. So it's quite an unruly piece. These 3 pieces are all unbranded, but they also don't play well with others. So I'm going to try to just keep them as separated from everything else as I can, because we don't want to bleep out anything else today. Okay, this one has sort of that 4-leaf clover, and several of them have the little rhinestones floating on the inside. See if I can show that a little bit. They're all in here. This one here, these, like, I don't know, they kind of almost looks like bees or butterflies right here, these stations. Oh, they caught everything. Ooh, so I would, again, if you have something like this, bag it by itself. It needs to be a loner. These look like just clear quartz, just regular quartz, and they're very nice. And then this looks like someone may have made this in like art class. So it's a, you know, acrylic, and it has the backing. So I think this was really nice on this little chain. Great place to wrap up part 1. Stay with us. Coming up shortly, part 2.